I know. I recently covered UiPath stock, but nobody watched it, and so this time I'm going to redo it, and I'm going to add a clickbaity title. Anyways, shares of UiPath are trading at $11.81, and they are down over 40% this past month, which is just insane. Zooming out on the chart, you can see that this stock has not been doing great since its IPO, and Cathie Wood seems to be a very trendy name right now. I guess a lot of people are paying very close attention to her moves under ARK Invest, and, well, contrary to what the headlines will have you believe, ARK Invest is losing a ridiculous amount of money on this stock. According to the sources that I could find, ARK Invest's dollar cost average right now is at best 45 and at worst 65, which means the best case scenario for ARK Invest is they're down 74% on this stock, which is very significant given it was one of their top 5 holdings recently, and it looks like it's down to number 9 now that they have divested a little bit. For my 2027 price projection, I'm going to do an earnings and sales analysis just because their earnings are not great. But anyways, for their earnings analysis, I'm taking their 2027 EPS expected of 9 cents and multiplying that by the technology sector average price to earnings of 38.4, which results in a stock price of $3.46 a share, which is a 71% downside. The reason that I'm using their 2027 EPS is because they aren't expected to turn a TTM profit until then. And anyways, for my price to sales based projection, they're expected to bring in an annual revenue of $1.74 billion by January 2027, which is a revenue per share of $3.07. And using their current price to sales ratio of 5, and I think that it's going to stick until 2027, that would give us a share price of $15.33, which is a 30% upside and significantly better than the earnings projections. Anyways, it looks like other analysts are very, very bullish on this stock. The average one-year analyst price projection is $15.85, which is 35% higher than where it trades today, or 34%, sorry, with a high estimate of $19 and a low of $13. And that's pretty similar to my sales projection for 2027. So it's interesting that other analysts are very, very bullish, and, you know, my projections for 2027 are, I think, a lot more realistic and quite a bit lower. But anyways, in terms of fundamentals, UiPath has beat all 4 of its last earnings calls, which is fantastic, which kind of lends itself to, you know, being on the high side of my projections. So my projections are very conservative and realistic, and given their earnings have been beating expectations, you know, I think that the actual results are going to kind of be between my projections and the average guesses between analysts. But anyways, their debt to equity is 4%, which is good. They do not offer a dividend, but their revenue and net income have been trending up despite being very erratic. But overall, I mean, I don't really get the hype behind the stock, to be honest. Obviously, AI is a very, very trendy buzzword these days. Even Apple's cashing in on AI, which is something, it's another video. But unfortunately, just like EVs, only a few of these AI companies are actually going to survive the wave. And while I'm not here to suggest that UiPath is going to be one of the companies that doesn't make it, I am suggesting that there are better AI stocks to buy right now that have less risk and, I believe, more value. And I will take a look at making a top 5 AI stock video if I see a lot of demand for it. So let me know in the comments if that's something you want to see. Anyways, that's all I have for you today on UiPath stock. Drop a like. Let me know what kind of videos you want to make. Like I said, I'll probably do a top 5 AI stock video at one point. Cash in on the hype, just like Apple. And I'll see you next video.